So, I have been hanging out with Nick here for
Oh,
a
geez.
couple hours now. What time is it?
I have no idea. Probably like 3 hours or so.
Yeah, and so we've been. Nick came to do some sound recording because I really wanted to create a clear message for the crowdfunding and something that we can overlay on top of video that show images of the farm and the activities that we've been having there. And so we've been just really discussing the nuts and bolts of that and how to gain an audience that really cares about us. And he's been relaying some information about the difference between the chicken and the coop being the farm and the chicken being the community. And so we're really about the community. We're really not necessarily about just having a beautiful place for us to go, but really to have beautiful people that we can hang out with. So if you want to expand on how we can go about doing that.
More than anything, you really you made that really concise. I think what matters more than anything is it's the people that you have involved. And if you give them value, if you make the community valuable for them, naturally people will want to participate. So you make something valuable, you give something of value, and just good things happen organically from that. It's no longer about trying to build a farm that people will be attracted to. It's about building a community that people are attracted to. They're attracted to each other. There's a natural attraction. There's an organic coalescence. I think that's what matters.
Yeah.
What else did you want to specifically?
Well, we were talking about I found Nick because Nick Staple had done a really amazing video talking about Etienne's I Love You Hall upstairs, and we got talking about that. We actually met at I Love You Hall and came down here and talked some more about creating the farm project and also what's been going on with Christopher across the street and just really capturing human stories. And the way that I see the farm project is that this is about learning to share. And I feel like the fears that other people have and that I have at times, but I think I live my ideals more than anything.
Right.
It's about I really think that the farm is about sharing, and it's about community. It's about creating a new economic model and make when you say we can't do this because we don't have the money. It's really we can't do it because we're not being creative enough.
Yeah.
And because we're not organized. That's kind of where I'm coming from. So I want to say the message is, how do we buy a farm
with hugs? How do you buy a farm with hugs?
Yeah, with using what we already have.
Yes.
And I mean, I already have a business that makes hammocks, and I have a lot of friends that could make hammocks, and that we could buy this farm. Yeah. And if they don't want to make hammocks, then they come up with their own perk. So it's just a matter of crafting that to show how possible it is, and that any other group of people could really look at this project and say we could do that too. Or this is so easy. All I have to do is buy a hammock or get a hug or spend a night at the farm and be part of this, just like that.
It's super simple math. That's the thing that always got me about this is it's very simple math, but the key is engagement. And it seemed like there was a lot of fear about that particular farm. We need to make this happen now. There's a sense of urgency that's really cramping people's engagement. I mean, people are afraid because they think, well, what if we don't get this particular farm? We need to get this done right now. So what happens is we naturally, when we're afraid of losing something, we don't act very naturally. We act kind of selfishly, and we don't participate freely. But we don't need to make this happen right now. It doesn't have to happen this summer. That's not how this is going to work. It happens in the community. The community isn't about this particular farm.
Mm-hmm. I believe that too.
The co-op works because we have people.
We already have a community.
Yeah, we already have the community. We just need to build the community a little bit, and then we can buy whatever farm we want. It's like I use the analogy of the chicken coop. You want to buy a chicken coop. You have a chicken. Well, you don't yell at the chicken to start laying eggs. You feed the chicken. You feed the chicken something valuable. You give it food that'll nourish it so it can lay more eggs. And you take care of that chicken. You make sure it's safe. You introduce it to other chickens. You build a community. And, what do chickens do? They lay eggs. Well, what do people do? They create valuable things for each other. That's just what humans do. We naturally do it. Yeah, we work 9-to-5 jobs, but we don't. We do that. We would have done those things organically, naturally. We don't need to be. We don't need to have this financial pressure to make us produce valuable things. We do that organically. So, basically, I'll go on a quick little rant, but that's what capitalism is. It's about making people manufacture things for yourself and not manufacture what they would naturally produce. Because humans produce things. We transform the spaces around us into beautiful things, into architecture quite naturally. Look at ancient art and like old bone pipes that you'd find from the Neolithic era or whatever time frame that was. Humans produce valuable things. Well, it's the same thing with the chicken analogy. You just build the community. And when you've built the community and you lay enough eggs, you can buy whatever farm you want. And then those chickens' life is not only beautiful because of each other, but then they've also manifested a beautiful space. But that beautiful space is a byproduct of them being beautiful chickens.
Totally. And so you're sort of a marketing expert, or you're at least
I'm not an expert.
Okay, but I mean that's something that you're very interested in doing is that you would be willing to help us to create some more videos or to help get the message out some way.
It's about how you tell stories. What matters is how you tell stories and how you engage with people and how you show them that you care about them. And first of all, you have to actually care about them. But when you actually do care about them, well, you need to tell them. What is it? You might love your mother, but she still wants to hear you love her on Mother's Day. It's the same thing with the community. You need to show them every day. You need to give them something valuable every day. And I think I know how to do that. And I think I want to help you do that because I think what you're doing is so valuable. It's really valuable, what you guys are trying to achieve. And the community that you've already built is so big and so beautiful that it's attracted, a person like myself. I want to help you attract more people. I want to see the community grow. I want to see the community take care of itself, and to see that abundance shared, and then naturally, organically, often a lot faster than we think. That's how you manifest the spaces. That's how you buy the farm.
And for me, I really feel like this is going to enable people having a space where they're surrounded by other people that are working from a place of love, that they're not stressed out. They're not just trying to make rent. They're just, they're eating good food. This is going to create such an abundance of good vibes that they're not working from a scarcity mentality. They're working from an abundance mentality. And that really allows people to dream big and gives them, for example, because I come from a home that I was always able to come home after traveling, it was my crash pad, right?
Yeah.
So I could go off and have these amazing adventures and always know that I don't need to have an apartment and everything all set up for me when I get home. I just crash home, rebuild myself, and then go off again. And the way that I see the farm is a place where if people ever need a safe place, it can be their crash pad where they can get themselves together. And maybe even a little mental health retreat. If you're not feeling altogether good about things, then you can at least like go there and be surrounded by some good people who may have some advice or just a listening ear, you know? So I feel like this is really creating this social safety net for us that is, you can't quantify that with money. You know, it's not really about like $1,500 to me, or in this day and age, is so little, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, you spend thousands of dollars on like a year of university education and you get nothing after a year.
Or
you
this
know?
is a lifetime of,
or
human
you need
connection and a beautiful community.
Totally. And it may take care of like, you know, food and shelter and love, and take care of that Maslow's hierarchy of needs, you know? And so to me, like, the money's not really that important. Like, if you are dreaming, you know, with us, then you're there already, and the money will come, you know. So it's just really about, you know, how bought in are you, you know, with your spirit and your dream, you know. So you're right about stories and storytelling. That's kind of the theme of the farm, is about a place to share our stories, you know. So thank you for helping, you know, to, you know, start that conversation and to share it.
Well, it's my pleasure. That's what I love to do. I love to explore humans and explore humanity and human stories. I think that's what matters. I think that's what we all care about, more than we care about how we're perceived, more than we care about what kind of car we drive or how much money we make. We care about each other. We care about human stories. That's what I think. But I don't know. We'll find out.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for taking part.
My pleasure.
Appreciate it. See you later.